Your silence is extremely dangerous to somebody's emotions right now. They are literally going crazy behind the scenes because they don't know what's going on with you. You're in this high priestess energy to the point where you're not explaining anything. Maybe you're not responding to somebody's phone calls, text messages, or whatever the case may be. You haven't contacted somebody in a minute, especially if this is somebody that usually tries to ignore you to get your attention. Now you have their attention, okay? This is why I always say that if you want somebody to hear you, just be quiet, because sometimes people don't hear you whenever you're trying to explain yourself. And whoever this person is, they hear you loud and clearly without you having to say anything. That's how loud your silence is, and very manipulative too, okay? Because whoever this person is, they think that you're being petty or trying to teach them some sort of lesson, but they want to.
They never saw this coming. They were so busy and so caught up celebrating what they thought they were rejecting. They were having a party because they thought they were destroying you. But when you became silent, it destroyed them. They never wanted to lose control, but your silence exposed how strong you really are, how unbothered you really become, and how focused you are on you. When you become silent, after dealing with somebody who thought they had absolute control over your world, you destroy them. You end their game. You take all power away. This is the part of the game that they aren't even prepared for. They're so used to you being a fighter. They're used to you reacting. In other words, they're used to you caring, because you've always been the one that cared a lot. And it showed. It showed in your emotions. It showed in your actions. And they expected you to do that until you died. Well, they didn't see this coming. This is a move that ended it all. And your silence is nothing compared to theirs. See, when they choose silence, that's punishment. It's strategic when they're silent. They choose to be silent to withdraw, hold back, and confuse you. Keep you in your thoughts. Keep you in that web of lies. Keep you in the drama. When they were no longer getting what they were used to from you, when they got used to rejecting you for fun, you became silent and you became scary. Your silence has left them shook because they don't know what to expect, especially considering the fact that you're not silent because you want get back. You're silent because you don't care about get back. You're silent because you want to get you back. It's time to rebuild and refocus on what matters to you, what's important, and what's good for you. They thought they were winning because they truly believed they were rejecting you. They underestimated what protection truly looks like. I mean, divine protection. This is why, as the days, the weeks, the months, and the years go by, they are suffering, because every month, every year that goes by is a reminder that you're really done and that you're not returning. That their tactics have become played out, they're old, they're dry. You have zero interest and they have zero access. Your silence put you in a place where you could now hear and see clear. They can't do anything about it.
Your silence intimidates them because it means they can no longer control you. Because at that point, they realize that you've had enough. And now they can no longer twist your words. They no longer know what you're up to, so they can't sabotage your plans or use you anymore. And more importantly, they can't mess with your mind anymore because you see right through their facade. So as you're healing, as you're processing, as you're recovering from all the pain and confusion that they inflicted on your life, you're watching from a distance as they continue to wreak havoc on their own lives and the people that are closest to them, as they continue to try and pull strings that no longer have a grip on you anymore. You've come to peace with the fact that they're a very destructive person. And you stepping away from all that, reclaiming your peace, replenishing your energy, getting your mind right, gaining all of your power back, speaks volume to the type of person that you are, not what they made you out to be, not what they accused you of. And that's why it's so important to continue to build your own life up and redirect your focus away from all of their insanity once you finally understand the person that you're dealing with. Because eventually you will build up enough momentum where no amount of lies or slander will bring you back down to the box that they want to place you in. Because your essence, your authenticity will shine through all of that. So stop giving these people the time of day. They're not right in the mind. And if you feel obliged, love from a distance. Because you've already been through those mental gymnastics every time that you try to give them the benefit of the doubt. And they continue to show you that they haven't changed one bit. And your silence is the only option that they forced you into. Even though they might make you out to be the cruel one for doing so, what people don't see is that they gave you the silent treatment, gave you the cold shoulder all these years to try and control you, to force you into submission, to make you abandon yourself to serve them. Where you, on the other hand, are going silent so that you can be free of their manipulation and move forward in life. So let them get mad, let them rage, let them act innocent, let them play the victim, because you got a whole life ahead of you. And it's about time that you begin to pour into yourself all of the time and energy you gave to this person that took you for granted and made it seem like you did nothing for them. So yeah, your silence intimidates them because they can't control what they don't know.
Listen, don't match their energy. Do not match their energy. When you match their energy, you start manifesting what they are. You start becoming what they are. If you don't want to be who they are, do not match their energy. Instead, go ghost. Disappear. Be silent. Let them never have the pleasure of speaking to you or hearing from you or being in your presence ever again in their life. Remove your energy from them.
Let me tell you what your silence does to the narcissist. There is a reason why whenever you hear narcissist or narcissism, you hear no contact. There is a powerful reason for that. No contact is a powerful tool against the narcissist. Your silence is a powerful weapon against the narcissist. A lot of you hear about narcissism and you hear no contact and you don't really know what that means. Let me break it down for you and tell you how much more powerful you are than that narcissist, and also tell you how much more powerful you can be if you use the tool of silence and no contact. See, the narcissist functions in dysfunction. I've said that here over and over. The narcissist functions in chaos. The narcissist is not a normal person. They're not like you and I. So when you fight the narcissist, when you choose to argue with them, when you choose to engage with them, you're not just engaging with a demon who has sold his soul to the devil. You're also dealing with a lot of different spirits. And one of those are the spirit of Jezebel. You are dealing with a demonic entity. You are dealing with a lot of demons in one vessel. You cannot fight this person in regular human form and win. Your silence and your cry to God in silence is your tool. That is your most powerful tool. So if you have written that long paragraph to send to that person, delete it. The long email, delete it. When you go tit for tat with the narcissist, remember I told you guys that narcissists, they are like children. They stop developing at a very, very young age in their life when they became narcissistic. That is when they sold their souls to the devil. And that is why a lot of times when you interact with a narcissist, it's almost like you're talking to a child. They have no ability to reason. They are very impulsive. They are very tit for tat. They're very childish. They throw temper tantrums. They want things to go their way. They're entitled. Just anything that an innocent child, and I hate that I have to compare a child with these demons, but that's kind of what you're dealing with. Especially for the child, only in the sense that they're children. They don't know what they're doing. Versus the narcissist, they act like children, but they know exactly what they're doing. These are demons. These people sold themselves and their souls to the devil a long, long time ago. Narcissist wants to be seen, heard, and perceived as very, very important. They want to be seen as the most important person in your life. The narcissist used to tell me that he is my God on earth. They literally will compare themselves to God. They will get jealous if you start to pay attention to God and pray to God. They will get jealous for that. They are jealous of God. That's how deep and dark these people are. So if you think you're fighting a person, if you think you're fighting a human, you already lost that fight. You lost that fight. There is no fight against the narcissist in normal human flesh that you're going to win, because you're not dealing with a human. So there is power in your silence. There is power in no contact. These people are confabulators. They are fabricators. They are pathological liars. So they're going to lie on your name. They're going to create stories. They're going to fabricate horrible stories. They're going to rewrite history. Everything that happened, they're going to take it and flip it upside down. Some of the stories you're going to hear, you're going to be so shocked. You're going to be so mad. You're going to be so angry. You want to call them. You want to email them. You want to do this. You want to defend yourself. You want to do all of this. That is a lost battle for you. The only way to win at this game with the narcissist is to go completely mute. Go completely no contact. Go completely silent. Doesn't matter who calls you and says the narcissist says this. Block them. Those people are not your friends. Doesn't matter what rumors they spread about you on the internet. Stay quiet. You know what I did? I created, again, a lot of us went through this so that we can be in the position to share our stories with you all, so you don't have to go through it. So I hope and pray that I'm not sitting in my car and making these videos that are falling on deaf ears. I hope and pray that you're listening to these things and taking pointers. Because the narcissist is a cruel person. When you deal with these people and you don't have the proper weapons and you know, just guidance to deal with them, you suffer. You will suffer. Dealing with a narcissist is a life-changing experience. Dealing with these people literally causes brain damage for their victim, especially depending on how long you were exposed to them. So this is not a joke. So what I did was, when I left the narcissist, I was broken. I didn't know anything about narcissism. I didn't know what I was dealing with at that time. God sent special people in my life. Special people in my life that literally held my hands to walk me through this. And that is one of the reasons I'm so passionate about basically giving back when it comes to this situation. Because it took someone who held my hands, two people who really held my hands and told me everything I needed to know about narcissism, and told me how I needed to act, things I needed to do, and I listened to them. And that's how I was able to get out. That's how I was able to survive. That's how I was able to go no contact. That's how I was able to ignore everything. I always tell you guys, there are multiple videos all over the internet of me and this person arguing, fighting, with no contact whatsoever. Reactive abuse. These are videos they filmed. These are recordings they filmed while we were together, when I didn't know that they were going to use it against me. So I didn't use no contact. I didn't use silence. I fought back. And that came back to bite me later. These videos have been posted for the last 2.5 years all over social media, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and here on TikTok. I'm sure a lot of you have seen them. What you don't see in those videos is what caused the arguments. What you don't see in those videos is their reaction or action. What you see is my reaction. What you see is what the narcissist perfectly orchestrated to prove a point. So I'm telling you, as a victim of that, your silence is very, very powerful. Once I went no contact, once I started to use the powerful tool of silence, the narcissist completely spiraled out of control. They lost their minds. You could see them break down on the same internet that they try to destroy me on. You could see them lose it. They became obsessed. They became very, very obsessed and angry. Why? I went silent. Nothing they did bothered me anymore. Nothing they said bothered me. I continue to grow. I continue to work on myself. I continue to have peace. I continue to create new relationships with people. I continue to go back to my old relationships, the healthy ones, of course. And that is what the narcissist hates more than anything. Your silence is powerful. Your silence tells the narcissist that they are irrelevant. And the narcissist hates being irrelevant. They hate not having attention. They hate being ignored. But when you go silent, when you go no contact, you're not even doing it for them. You're doing it for yourself. But it hurts them. Use your power of no contact. Use your power of silence. This is the only way you can fight back. Cry unto God. If you're feeling down, if the rumors are hurting you, if the lies are hurting you, cry to God in silence. Don't fight this person back. Delete the paragraph, delete the email, delete the post, delete the video, delete all of that. Go completely silent and see what happens. Follow for more.
You got someone wondering, how could you be so cold and distant? This could be more than one person, but whoever this reading is for, somebody is completely surprised at how you have been able to detach from them after y'all built this close relationship together. And for a lot of you guys, this relationship lasted a long time. You weren't supposed to detach from this. No matter what they did to you, no matter what they said or the events that they orchestrated to happen in your life, the negative ones, of course, okay? But you did, you broke free. And they're still trying to figure out how. I mean, whoever this individual is or these people, they really thought that they had their hooks in you so deeply that no matter what they did, you were going to always stick around. And maybe you did for a while until you didn't.